KAGERO Deception 2. Now, I'll probably fucking mispronounce that name, but, man, it happens. Now, this is actually a really good RPG game, because the battle system in this game is actually quite different from the normal, because you use traps to fucking battle the enemies instead of actually fighting it yourself. And we're just gonna use the default name, why the fuck not? Can't really name a female character Palk anyway. Like all PlayStation games, it has really good graphics, except for sometimes it has those polygon, ridiculous looking ones like Final Fantasy VII. But Final Fantasy VII was still an excellent game, and the graphics are still badass, especially the cutscenes. But we may get around to Final Fantasy, we may get around to all the Final Fantasies eventually. I started a short one on Final Fantasy 3 that one time, but didn't really get any views, so I've been kind of shying away from Final Fantasy. And I wanted to do some for Breath of Fire, but my Breath of Fire 1 review wasn't going over too well, but I may pick it up just to try to get some more views, because there are some hidden secrets in that game that weren't even in the official Prima strategy guide, which I did own back in the day. But enough about that. And as you can tell, I'm trying to expand my videos a little bit away from NES. More for the fact that way you don't get bored with just seeing NES games, but also trying to find more viewers. But just like a lot of PlayStation games, this game does have a shitload of story, so something about time lords or some shit. It's a weird story, but at this point in video games, you have to expect weird-ass stories that don't make that don't make a lot of sense, because, hell, some of these games, they really were reaching. The graphics in this game are pretty standard for PlayStation, but it does have good music, and the atmosphere on this game ain't bad. Yeah, this is the main part of the game right here. Is you have a save screen, and then you can design traps, check the map floor and everything. You can even look at what the enemies are going to do. But yeah, the main part of this game is selecting traps that you use to fight against the enemies. As you can see, you have different types like ceiling, wall, floor, exit, and reset will let you do the trap selection again. But yeah, each trap is set to a button. And you'll see what traps you have when you start the mission. As you go through the missions, you gain money and shit to improve and build more traps. Yeah, that's pretty much the combat in this game, is the traps. Yep, that's the first enemy you fight. Anyway, let's start the first battle so you can see what the fucking game actually is, instead of me just talking about it. Yep. It's broken up into chapters. Each chapter is a battle in itself. But overall, this is actually a really interesting RPG, and I kind of like the idea of you just have to set up your traps to murder people. It's fucked up, but it's a good game. There's actually a whole lot of these fucking deception games. Like, I think the last one I heard about was that game on was it PS2 or PS3? The game that was just called Trapped. Yeah, that's in the same genre as these early deception games. Yeah, it's kind of a dark game because your whole purpose is just murder everyone that comes to your little castle. Which is kind of fucked up that the hero is just a ridiculous murderer. But that's what I'm saying. It's kind of a unique spin on the story. And yeah, you get a healing crystal that you can use one time when you fight. I'm gonna hit no on that just because I already know how to do that shit. Okay, now I need to set out. Alright, that's where I am, alright. Now the controls in this game are the same awkward fucking controls and shit like fucking the original Resident Evil and all that. So, you gotta get used to the controls in this game. Because the controls in this game are that same kind of, you know, up always moves you forward and you gotta rotate yourself around and all that shit. All the normal bullshit. But if you played those games before, then you know, how the controls work. And of course, this first one is a fucking tutorial where you set the traps. And you can see each trap is designated by one of the buttons on the controller to activate it, and you just pick which one you want. Like the ceiling trap, I'm gonna pick Mega Rock. Then you place where you want the trap to be set. I'm gonna set that over here. Then the arrow slit or press wall. I like the arrow trap. The arrow trap is, I actually think, one of the best traps in this game. But I've never been super far on it. I've actually made it somewhere, but yeah, of course, the good old bear trap. Okay, bear trap will be more useful probably here. And once you get your trap selected, you fucking then yeah, once you get the trap set, you just go on with the game and get the shit going. Yeah. So there's a tutorial battle. He doesn't really try to kill you. Now you gotta be careful when you activate the traps, because as you can see, sometimes you can hurt yourself if you do it too soon. Get your ass back over here. Hey, dog, don't fuck up the review, rugged. Why do I always have to deal with dogs during the review? Anyway, you see, that's the basics of the game mechanics. To set traps and kill the guys that get lured into the castle. It's actually not a bad game. The better you do in the missions, the more money you have to upgrade and build traps. stupid. But yeah, that's pretty much what this game is. But this is actually an excellent game for PlayStation. And there's also sequels to it, as I already mentioned, like Deception 3 and the one for PS2 or 3. I forgot which one it was. Yeah, each mission is basically different warriors or mercenaries coming to your castle, and you have to destroy all of them. And you get a little bit of their backstory and shit. Overall, this is actually a game that's worth playing. I wish I could do Vagrant Story, because I know that would be an excellent game to play, but unfortunately I do not have Vagrant Story available. And that's kind of unfortunate, because I really did have a lot of shit to say about Vagrant Story. Well, we're going to wrap this one up since I pretty much explained everything. Just remember after each mission, you do your trap data and trap make. This is where you can improve your traps, and as you go along, you can fucking upgrade the traps that are available. Like there's the attack wall. You can upgrade the arrow and the fire arrows. Yeah, shit like that. Landmines, which are way better than the fucking bear trap. But yeah, you get various traps as you go through the game that you can update. But I'm going to end this one here. We may do a lot more on this game later, but right now I just don't have the time. But if you like my videos, please subscribe. I would like to thank Joe Show. He seems to have been my biggest supporter so far, so I just wanted to thank him personally for that. And hopefully I get some more subscribers, and hopefully this channel doesn't fucking tank. But yeah, my life and what I have to work with always interferes. But anyway, y'all have a good night. I'm signing out on this one. Take it easy.